Good afternoon and welcome to the 2019 Grand Slam Cadet Series. This is our session featuring our men's minus 57 kilogram division. And so, without any delay, in blue, from Maryland, William Hoyer. All right, just a public service announcement. Just clap for everybody. All right, don't even matter if you know him, just clap vociferously, if you would. All right, in red, from Indiana, Maxwell Hammond. That was a little better. All right, let's chop it up. All right, this is Sherman Nelson, and I'm back. I got a lot of echo. Oh, why do I have so much echo? Test one. Yeah, that's better. But I don't hear me now. So, all right, well, watch your tone. So I'm joined in the back by Chase Graham, none other than the incomparable Chase Graham.
Ooh, incomparable.
Yes.
That's a word.
I have had the pleasure of watching him compete for a number of years, coached against him, watched him, traveled with him. He turned me on to Marvel's Contest of Champions.
That's right.
In 2015 in Russia. We needed something. We needed something to help us because it was rough in Russia. But he's going to be with us a little bit this afternoon. Chase, happy to have you back here.
Happy to be here.
This is our under 57 division. In blue, we have William Hoyer. He's out of Maryland, coached by Monique Williams. And he's playing against Maxwell Hammond out of Westfield, Indiana, coached by Coach Andrew White. It's a pretty sizable lead at this point. During the break, we were talking about finding a soft spot
Yes.
on the small side. We used to call it the short side of the Hogu. Can you talk a little bit about?
Definitely. So we've seen him a couple times. The one you mentioned was when William flipped on the backside when he was getting punched. And it's just a soft part of the Hogu. So where you have the creases and then to the backside, that back corner of the Hogu is very sensitive. And especially when you have your opponent coming at you.
Yeah.
And you flip on that, you have their momentum coming forward and you have your kick kind of double whammy getting it in there. And it works at the highest level. You see a lot of those guys exploit it all day long. And that's something I think that Williams done really well in this match, and then he started to change levels and go to the head. So that's extended his lead this whole time.
Yeah, I think people overlook that because it isn't as sexy and it isn't as flashy as just blasting somebody off the line.
Right.
But at the end of the day, winning the matches and winning the tournament is the objective. It's
Correct.
not being in photos, and it's not being, talked about on social media.
Right.
Well, guess who they talk about on social media? They talk about the one who wins. So
Valid.
we could be that guy and then, have that conversation. But so we have a 13-0 lead. Hammond gets on with a roundhouse kick. And they get driven back. He's tall.
He is.
5'10". Yeah, he's a tall joker.
Oh, he's my height.
For 57 kilos.
He's got the right idea on the punch. He got it there. He's
Yeah.
been hesitating on it. He's throwing it, but got to commit to him.
Right. And I'm sure that punching and getting kicked while you punch makes you second guess the
Valid.
punch after a while. You're like, you know what? That's not really working. But it doesn't mean that it's the wrong thing. It could just mean we didn't do it the right way.
Right. Or get that cover in the way.
Right.
Jam that leg up while you're going in.
The winner of this match will go on to fight Luke Fazekas from Ohio, a name we're pretty familiar with. He's our number 1 seed.
Sorry.
This is kind of
Current
our
team
play.
member.
This is kind of our play-in, right? And our team member. This is our play-in match. This levels out our quarterfinal bracket.
Right. I registered.
Yeah, and then you can kind of see, again, I was just talking to a coach a few minutes ago about what this altitude will do to you.
It will break you. Will break you
We've
in
both
half.
fought here,
Yeah.
and it will break you. It will make you say, no mas.
Right.
Yes, like Roberto Duran. It will make you.
I had some parents asking me a week or two ago, oh, what do we need to do to get ready for the altitude? And it's too late.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
You can do nothing but go and hope for the best.
And train really hard. I asked one of the athletes today, I was doing an interview, and they were like, I think it was Marcus Bennett. And he was like, I'm not going to really do any altitude. I'm just going to train harder than I normally train so that I'll be ready. And the point at which we're asking, hey, coach, what do we need to do to get ready for the altitude? That's the question we ask when we say, yes, we're going to this event.
Right.
What are we going to do to get ready for because Colorado Springs wasn't at sea level,
right,
and then rose to this height. It was
all of a sudden.
It's been here, right? It's been here. So good job, William Hoyer. Maxwell, you had the right to be here, seated number 9. So you earned your space here. You got a valuable lesson. You got some things to learn. Both of these young men got some things to learn. Unfortunately for Maxwell, his day ends now. William goes on to fight the number 1 seed, Luke Fazekas, in the quarterfinal match. And I think next up is, Cooper Stevenson and Arian Kodian. And let me go check on those names because I have done a meat cleaver job of butchering names earlier today. This is Coach Nelson. I'm honored to be joined in the booth by Chase Graham. We'll be back with you guys in a second.
In a bit.
All right. Our next, actually our first quarterfinal match in this men's under 57 kilogram division. In blue, from Texas, Cooper Stevenson. And in red, from North Carolina, Arian Kotien. Not today, Satan. All right, so we're back. I don't know if it's a good idea to put me and Chase together because he doesn't even act silly. He's focused. But I'm just happy that he's back here, so I'm acting.
It's too late. It doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah, at this point.
We're here.
Yeah, we're here. We're in the big game now. We're in the big game now. All right, so here's little stats on our guys. Arian Kotien from Pure Taekwondo, coached by Bernard Posey, several-time national team member himself.
Yes.
Very, very successful career at Northwest High Schools in 9th grade. His favorite food, bacon and wings. Mr. Kotien, you are my man because I love bacon wrapped around wings.
Ooh, good little head kick. Oh, 2 came up.
Yeah, so every time I read these stats, I miss a whole bunch of points. And so I think I'll read these stats in the break.
Well, I guess it's in their favor to read the stats during the fight because they'll score points.
Maybe in order to appease those persons who want to see a high point output, maybe I should just read stat. Oh, nice turn. Nice turn. He's working.
Got it.
Hey,
Yeah,
he is working. And I like to see them work. I like to see double-digit scores in the first round because it means they're out here to win. They didn't come not to lose.
Right.
They came to win.
Fighting the entire time from the beginning. I like his level changes.
Yeah.
Instead of staying to the body too long, keeping those arms up and down.
Right. And now we make you have to think, and we make you have to figure.
Yes.
You know that.
And second guess things,
right.
and make openings, make mistakes.
Right.
And
because that's exactly what second guessing leads to. Our center referee for this match is Christopher Aldama. Master Aldama's from the New Jersey area. Great guy. So he's the person out there, the man in charge of the middle, making sure that everybody stays on the up and up. 15-18, man. They are not out here
well,
stalling.
you said double digits in the first round.
Nice match. Nice
Good
match.
first round.
Yeah, very good first round. All right, what do we have on Cooper Stevenson?
We have Cooper Stevenson from Flower Mound. He's coached by generally Sang Cha, but today it is Hansel Llanos, who's our current middleweight national team member.
Yes, multi-time national team member, collegiate level, senior level. Hancha has a great program out there in the Dallas area.
Oh, I can hang out with this dude. His favorite food is hibachi steak.
Uh-oh.
That's right, we're homies.
Listen.
So you got your bacon eater, I got my steak eater.
So I'm rooting for bacon and wings, and you rooting for hibachi steak. All right.
All right, let's go
right,
steak.
Let's go, bacon and wings. B-dub. All right, so 18-15, about 20 seconds into this second round.
I like what he's trying to do, hold that cut and then find the opening after.
Sure.
Break that timing a little bit.
And that is 18-20.
I like it. Like you said, keep scoring. I don't think the back kick went up. I think it was the body kick before that.
Yeah,
But they gave it to him.
and it is sometimes you get that delay in the scoring, and it's really difficult to tell.
True.
And at the end of the day, we want to make sure that the match is adjudicated fairly. that everybody gets what they're supposed to get
Right.
and nothing more.
Well, it's hard. You have these lighter weights, and they can kick like lightning.
Yeah, and then
And to keep
multiple
an eye on
things
that
happen, right?
scoreboard and the kicks and oh, nice.
Nice.
See?
It is interesting to see. You mentioned changing levels.
Yes.
And that's body and face and shifting that. But I also like a change in the energy level.
It's true.
Where
Tempo.
we are dialed up and pressing, and they're defending and trying to figure, and then we shift down.
Right.
And then, hey, there you
nice.
go.
Right over the
Way to
shoulder.
bring it up and let it ride over the top. That's not bad. That's not bad. Well, it looks like hibachi steak is up.
Hibachi.
24-22. 10 seconds left. Nice.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's the thing about today's game is coasting doesn't work as much as it used to in the past. So all these kids right now, they're staying active and going for multiple phases on their attacks, and they're catching head kicks on the second and third attempt, and continuing to score.
Yeah.
And maybe we got to learn how to play a little bit of defense, but if we can keep putting points on the board, we stand a good chance of winning.
And you just get into a shootout.
Right.
And you see who gives up first, who gives out first. The days of the single kicking and the kick and hold and kick and wait, which was what they did when I was fighting. They weren't even doing that when you guys were fighting.
No.
But it's antiquated and archaic to try to do that now.
Especially with this system, these touches comes up too easy.
Yeah.
You can cover and make one little mistake and 6 points come out. Body first. Get those arms down.
And get him to think about covering his body.
Nice.
Nice. Good old-fashioned patachagi. Still works.
Especially those kids that can push those hips forward and reach around the backside.
Yeah. And let your foot wrap around.
Exactly.
Again, the tighter area of the hogu.
Right.
It requires a different level of taekwondo IQ.
Well, and that's being comfortable staying in the pocket also.
Yeah.
Staying in that
true.
range where you might get hit and going for it and committing to it.
Because the pocket is dangerous.
Always. They're looking a little tired.
Oh, yeah. They haven't had a shortage of output.
No.
But there's much less oxygen than they're used to breathing. And so now we start to see what does their will look like. We've seen their skill.
First punch this fight.
I think if he hadn't called Kaio, that would have scored.
I would agree with that. Come on, Hibachi.
The little rapper, and I really dislike that kick, but it is a thing. It's a thing.
Right.
Ooh. Time, but this is what we get with youth, because you've got to realize that you've got 5 seconds.
Right.
And it is the same flurry that you started the game with, which was yak, 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 yak. Where's that now? You take a deep breath and you lay it all out on the line. And if you're Mr. Kotian, you cover. If you're up by 4, I give up the body kick.
Yes.
But there's no way your foot gets anywhere near my head. Congratulations.
That was a good match.
Yeah, to Aaron Kotian from Pure Taekwondo in North Kakalaki. Trainer down there with my buddy Bernard Posey. He advances on. Mr. Stevenson, you fought a good match, sir. That was very entertaining. All right. And so our next matchup should be in blue, Kenneth Buenavides from California, and from Minnesota, Raul Vaidya. And I'm hoping that that's quasi-right. Kenneth Buenavides and Raul. So we have Gurgly Salim and Coach Oi Lee. So We have two old heads. All right, Mr. Buenavides is out of California. He's changed with Salim's Taekwondo, coached by Gurgly Salim. Lives in LA, 9th grader, 14 years old in 9th grade. Won gold at Nationals, All-American this year, very nice. Likes to eat pizza. Kenneth, you could come to our little soiree. We'll have some bacon and wings and some hibachi steak. We'll throw a little pizza on the grill
we got
for
pizza.
you. Yeah. Unless now he's from California, so y'all might eat that. I know you guys eat strange things on pizzas.
Well,
Pineapples and avocados. And
I can't attest because you know me with my food allergies, so I don't do any pizza.
So that you live.
That's right.
Yeah, because living is
I like
better
to
than
live.
pizza. Yeah,
Just live.
it's way better. All right, doors open. I think it's time for us to announce our next matches coming out. All right, coming to the stage next in this men's under 57 quarterfinal match in blue from California. I think they're trying to turn down the disco music. Kenneth Buenavides. And in red, from Minnesota, Raul Vaija. Ugh. All right. This is our number 2 seed. So Kenneth is our number 2 seed.
Yes.
Raul's our number 7 seed. So we had I wouldn't even call a 5/4 an upset because that could go either way. But a 7/2 would be
That's potential.
Yeah, it would be a reasonable upset. So let's see what these guys are about. You have both have a lot of experience coaching against both these guys.
Right.
The kids from Salim Taekwondo are usually pretty foundationally sound.
We've competed against Kenneth. He's pretty well-rounded.
Yeah.
And he likes to exploit that backside
Okay.
on some of these kids that maybe like to rush in and punch. He'll do it on second phases. So we'll see if he exploits it on this gentleman in front of us.
Coach Lee is consistently cranking out good cadets and juniors.
Yes.
His daughter just won the World
Cadet World Championships. It was a sight to see, to be there.
And we'll talk. Maybe we'll talk about that.
Sounds good.
A little later on, in between a couple of these matches, because to see it, I remember being there when Brandon Ivy won the Junior World Championship.
Yes.
And just the feeling. There's euphoria, and then there's that. And
right.
I don't even know what it is, what to call it, but it feels pretty amazing. Mr. Buenavides has got a 3-point lead off a punch and two
body shots.
2 body shots.
Good follow-up.
Scores a 1-2. I really like when they engage with the first one, look to score with the second one. If the first one scores, that's like icing.
Good save on that gumbo.
Good athleticism. It's amazing to look at the composure in these kids and to know that they're 11, some of them 11, 12, 13. They're, that is pretty incredible.
We got Raul in red. He's from Minnesota, coached by Oi Lee. His favorite food is tacos.
Oh,
We got Taco Man.
oh. See, if we met him on the day after Monday, Taco Tuesday. Yes, but you can bring the soft shell tacos to the park, man. We're gonna have quite the smorgasbord.
Good try to go under with that hook kick.
It was a good effort. Mr. Buenavides scored another body shot, probably 5-6 seconds into this second round.
That sneaky little crescent kick.
There's that slapping front leg to engage that soft side of the hoku.
Letting gravity help you a little bit.
Yep.
Nice.
Very nice cut.
Good cut on that corner.
And I saw his coach calling for it. It's a good job between coach and athlete and coach to recognize what coach is calling for. Pull the trigger. "30 seconds left in this second round. I'm going to try to pull up my laptop and look at some social media stuff and see if we are getting any hits. I forgot to do that.
It's a better second round for Raul this time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think I lost a little internet. All right, so you're Raul's coach. You're Coach Lee. What are you telling him going into this third round?
I think he's making really good moves, but I feel like he's making all of them about half a second late.
Okay.
It seems like he has the right timing or the idea, but the timing's a little bit off. And then making sure that he's capitalizing on his third phase, not just second phase. This is bumping and then kind of clashing because his time is a little bit late, and then the next shot might be there for him. And putting a foot on Kenneth. Kenneth is the one initiating most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that escalated really quickly with 3 headshots and a punch to go to 19-7.
Another punch. No, didn't get that one. How you doing? $21.
Yeah, the value in this, and there's that.
Backside.
Yeah.
And he's been touching it a lot.
Yeah, he's got a lot of touches, and all the touches don't show up
Right.
on the scoreboard. This has been a great learning experience, though, for Raul. One that he probably wouldn't have. Well, he might have gotten it at his home gym because they've got some goons out there at Grandmaster Lee's Grandmaster Lee's gym.
That was almost the right idea, yeah.
Oh, that almost touched his face.
That's the hard part about finishing when you're down, is making sure that everything stays crisp.
Yeah.
Stays sharp. You get that panic mode a little bit, and everything comes out a little too sloppy. And then you start falling.
And then the
you don't give
score
yourself
just
the best chance.
snowballs at that point. Right. That's a good
Good
punch.
punch. Just right at the end, low point gap.
Yeah, there's some great lessons to be learned in that, though. So Raul, hold your head up, man. You comported yourself well, sir.
Hey man, go get you some tacos and watch some videos.
Man, listen. Tacos make everything better. And don't wait till Tuesday.
Tacos and break down them matches. Right ideas.
Yeah. All right, we'll get ready for the next match and get ready to call those guys out. It's Sherman and Chase, and we are in the zone.
In the
At
zone.
the Cadet Grand Slam. All right, our next quarterfinal match in the men's under 57 kilogram divisions. In blue, from Ohio, Luke Fazekas. And in red, from Maryland, William Hoyer. All right, and so William, off his win over Maxwell Hammond in the fight-in match, now fights the #1 seed, Luke Fazekas, our national team member. He did he go to Cadet? Yeah, he went to
Cadet World Championships this year. Yes. He had a tough opening match.
Yeah, Cadet Worlds is probably a lot like Senior Worlds, in that it's tough. It's tough because these countries are grooming their teenagers and preteens to play the game like their adults play it.
Exactly. That was the one thing as a coach, is watching some of these other countries adapt between rounds.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing. Just easy changes, taking away other people's A game and continuing to work. 2 points for Luke.
Luke's coached by Chris Hirschberger, who was on that staff.
Yes.
Something happened. And Williams coached by Monique Williams, former national team member. This is one of those parts in the match where it feels like everybody slows down. I mean, just the energy in the room seemed to...
It's going dry.
Yeah, to downshift.
He's putting points on the board.
Yes, he is.
That was one thing that impressed me when I watched Luke in Uzbekistan, is that front leg comes up quick.
Yeah.
And sometimes in places you don't think it should be coming out, but pop.
Yeah,
Gets
and
right
he
to the
scored
head.
four. He scored 4 head kicks in this round. So like that.
There again.
Yeah, he picks his front leg up almost like a point fighter.
Right.
And that he just flicks it out there. And the danger is you probably don't feel those, so you don't have like a headache or a joint, and you're like, what is he scoring with? Yeah.
That kick that whizzed by.
His foot. You might want to
see that shadow that went by your eyes?
Yeah, you might want to open your third eye and try to see if you can see that. So it's 19-0. It's going to be all uphill for Mr. Hoyer from this point forward.
Well, he's got to try to be active like he was in his first match.
Yep.
Almost. Just slips it right up there.
I watched Luke's fight at the President's Cup against I think it was Michael Rodriguez, number, what is he, 6 seed, and Luke was up by a considerable amount, but you have to know that that's getting ready to come to the head.
Right.
If they've gone body,
Pretty likely they're coming up.
I can almost guarantee you he's about to lift his foot to your head. And at this point, down 30, all you really want to do now is get a light up the board.
Got 2. There you go. Maybe throw an elbow in there.
All right. Well, it's California. That's why we don't go back to Cali, because it's rough out there in California.
I've never thrown an elbow in my life.
Oh, that was a great turn for a back kick. Unfortunately, it wasn't in time. All right.
Next matchup.
Yeah, Luke advances.
It's a good experience for William today, though.
Yeah,
he got 1 win under his belt and fought the current team member, so it's a good gauge of where he is.
Right.
Go check
somewhere in between those two extremes.
In between.
And that's real talk, and nobody wants to learn nowadays, Chase.
Right.
Everybody wants to achieve and get what everybody else has and make it to teams and go places and do. But you understand, there is learning that has to happen. Now, if you learn the lesson quickly and appropriately, your track can be faster.
Yep.
If you don't learn those lessons, then your track has to take as long as it has to take. So William will go back to the lab. I know he and Coach Monique pretty well, and they'll go back, and let's get back to work.
I like that sneaky little axe kick.
But he lifts his leg and then just kind of just leaves his leg out there
Small
and lets you run by it.
Right.
And it really isn't designed to whack you. It's just designed to be
score
there.
Points.
Let you run by my leg, and knowing that running by my leg will garner me points. But that's learning, and that's adaptation, and that's what am I doing to maximize the system, the scoring structure, processes, to win the game, and that's what we all have to do. We have to do it as coaches.
Right.
We got to do it as players. Good job. All right, so we have one more.
2 more.
We have one more semifinal to determine.
One more quarterfinal.
One more quarterfinal to have, which will give us our 4th semifinal participant. I heard at the check cashing place that the door is open, so I want to get ready while I'm cashing my check. All right, and our final quarterfinal match for this men's under 57 kilogram division, in blue from California, Kelso Chua. And in red, from Florida, Michael Rodriguez.
All right, here we go. The last quarterfinal of this division.
Yes. This Rodriguez kid is tall.
He is.
Of course, Chua
5'11".
is tall.
Oh.
So out here we have two.
Oh, 5'11s.
Yeah, we have two point guards.
I guess that's the thing to do now. Just be 5'11".
Yeah, I guess this is the thing. You just be 6 feet tall and fight 57 kilograms.
That backside again.
Every event that we do, whether it's nationals, the open, or whatever, there's always a theme that I think establishes itself early. And I think that's it. I think it's, are we able to manage and manipulate all of the scoring areas?
Right.
Not just the ones that are easiest for me, the ones that I like to do because of how I'm built or who I am.
Right.
But can I score everywhere where points can be scored? And Rodriguez, I watched him at nationals, and he's long, man. His legs are incredibly long. He's out of Florida. He trains with Coach Moreno, Juan Moreno, our three-time Olympian. But he's being coached today by Coach Oy Lee. He's part of that peak program. Hangs that leg up there and just flicks it up to the back of the head. That's tough. That's tough to contend with.
No,
that's
almost.
a good idea,
That's
though.
a good one. Pop those hips a little more, and he's got it. It's a good start by Rodriguez with that length. Get him thinking about the head.
Yeah, and you've got to consider it.
We got James Chua out of Fresno, who trains Hollywood Martial Arts, and Hans Taekwondo, coached by Kelso Chua, which I believe is his father. Here we go, round two.
So you were coached by your dad. What's that father-coach
That's a good
dynamic
question.
like?
That depends on the day.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I love my dad to death.
Yeah.
So we had our.
And I'm certainly going to tell him if he misses this. You
We
should
had
hear the stuff
our-
Chase says when we on that live stream.
As soon as I tell him, he's gonna listen to it. I know he is. But it was always good because I knew he knew exactly what I was feeling, what I needed, and he was, what made that good is he was really good at like dissecting other players and taking how I was feeling that day and kind of knowing, okay, this is how we're gonna play this game because your legs are not moving quite well, or you're not really feeling it quite yet, or whatever that might have been. But I had my breaks. I've been coached by Jimmy Kim, been coached by Jennifer Strutowski, who's an ex-team member back in the day.
Yep, one of my team members.
Yes.
One of my teammates at the
Ballaroo.
World Championship.
Right. So I've been coached by a number of different coaches, but I've always gone back to my dad because he's home.
Right.
He's home, and at the end we were finishing out together, so it was a really good father-son bonding experience, and it worked out great.
Yeah, your dad is a good coach, but he's a great guy.
Yes. And I got lucky, and I'm proud of him.
No, he's a good guy, and I miss him. Miss getting a chance to chop it up with him.
Yes.
Just in passing when I was working the tournament committees. But I'm starting to see, you see some success stories with parents.
Yes.
In the chair, and then you see some
not so
situations. Much. Yeah, which would be the reciprocal of success stories, which would be however you pronounce SUCCESS spelled backwards. Secus. We had some Seca stories too. Uh, but I can imagine. Nice. That
Just
was
a
nice.
little
That
bit
was
late.
a delay. It was a pause. It was changing
Yes.
tempo and adding a second or third thing.
Yes.
Right now, with a 15-2 lead, you're likely not going to get Mr. Rodriguez going 1-for-1.
Right.
Going 1-and-1 with him.
Right.
And even going 2-and-2. You're going to have to break the tempo. You're going to have to be disruptive in some capacity.
Yes.
Because he's settling in. And once he settles in, man, he's a tall tree to climb.
And these guys are the same height, but those legs are not the same
They go
height.
up to his shoulders. Yeah.
But what I really like about Rodriguez is he's kicking at the end of his kicks.
Yeah.
So he is not getting into
He's
the pocket
not
where
letting
he's in
it be
danger.
compressed. He's not
Yes.
compromising all that beautiful reach.
He is keeping it, and he's staying on it with those cuts and those flips. So 13 points down. What do you tell James?
Pretty much what I just said. So we have a minute left. What we've tried hasn't worked, so let's be disruptive. And let's take a really deep breath and give me 60 seconds
Yes.
of all out. That doesn't mean kick without intelligence. I need intelligent aggression. But he can't stand free like that, and I go one, and he just goes one. And
Right.
he's longer than me, so his foot's now. He's got to deal with me on angles and kicking from behind him.
Right.
But if we just stay outside the pocket and let him establish the space,
And that's
that's
what
what
happens.
That's what happens. Nice, but it's good, man. It's good to see these kind of kids in our pool. To know that at our under 57, we have some kickers out here.
This is an interesting division. These semifinals are going to be crazy.
Yeah,
They're going to be some fights.
Yeah, this is going to be some scrapping that's bound to happen. Let me see the schedule to see if we're taking a break. Nope. So I think we're going right through the semis and then take a break.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, so we are going to take like a 1-minute break back here and make sure we have the right information for you. Make sure there's not something else I'm supposed to be doing. This is Sherman Nelson and Chase Graham in the booth chopping it up at the Grand Slam. All right, so we're ready for our first semifinal match in this men's under 57 kilogram division. I promise you guys, we're about to be in for it. So in blue, from Ohio, Luke Fazekas. And in red, from North Carolina, Arian Kotian.
All right, all right. Welcome back to the 2019 Cadet Grand Slam. Like we said, in blue, we have Luke Fazekis, our current national team member, coached by Chris Hirschberger, and Arian Kotian, coached by ex-national team member Bernard Posey. Should be a good semifinal. Good leg control by Luke.
All right, it's good to know I didn't miss anything this time.
Not this time. Kotian's doing a good job of avoiding the head kicks.
Okay.
At the beginning of this round. A couple of them are swinging by.
It's getting a lot of touches.
Yes. And there it is.
And you jinxed him.
That went up 5. That was body and head.
Interesting.
It didn't look like that hit body on the way up. Yep. Good punch.
Yeah, but you can live with that.
Oh,
That's a good
100%.
punch. But after the punch, he probably needs to stay in the pocket because fading out gave Kotian an opportunity to kick him.
Right.
It's a good first round. Still have not been able to get the Wi-Fi back.
It's just not meant to be.
I think it isn't. I cannot know what people are saying.
All right, more points on the board for Arian. Luke, you got to watch out on falling a little bit heavy on that base leg for him to be able to tap that front leg to the head.
He's kicking hard.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good cover. The back leg. Oy.
That was one of the harder ones.
Yeah, he gets his foot to the face.
2 more points. You gonna go for it? Arian gets another round.
He went for it.
Yes. Arian needs to find a way to threaten.
Yeah.
Keep Luke off of him a little bit
Yeah.
better. done right off the bat.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So, and we kind of expected that, if I'm coaching you, I'm going to say, come out the gate, just get this over with. Don't put another 90 seconds
No.
on these, on this engine.
Not
And
at
you
altitude.
just allow for something goofy to happen.
True.
So that's smart. Chris Hirschberger's an excellent coach, and they are dialed into each other.
They are.
So I'm pretty sure that they understood. Good job for making it RN to the semifinals. Some valuable experience, some points,
Yes.
but you got to deal with some pressure that you don't get this kind of pressure just everywhere.
I think this is a really good experience for our cadet, considering at Grand Prix and World
Yep.
Championships,
Yep.
you will be the only
Listen,
two
you'll
people
be
in
under
the
this
ring
gun, right?
with hundreds of people.
Right. And we have to start doing what other countries are doing,
Yes.
is grooming their cadets to be their adults.
Exactly.
And we've got to look at, 8 years from now, these guys will be ready
Yes.
for 2028 in order for us to
Moments like these.
dominate
Dominate.
after they cadetinate. All right, I'm going to do introductions. I'm leaving you in the capable, competent hands of Chase Graham. Whatever he says, I agree.
Oh, yes. I'm just going to say that you're an amazing young man. I know you agree with that. All right, our next semifinal is going to be Kenneth Benavides and Michael Rodriguez. It's going to be an exciting matchup.
All right, and now our second semifinal. The first one did not disappoint. Our second semifinal in the male under 57 kilogram division. In blue, from California, Kenneth Benavides. And in red, from Florida, Michael Rodriguez.
All right, I'm back with Coach Chase Graham, and it's going to be an interesting minus 57 kilogram final at the 2019 Cadet Grand Slam. I've noticed here that both of these gentlemen like to eat pizza, so whoever wins this match gets to eat pizza for the rest of his life. The other one will have to choose another favorite. I don't think they know, though. Kenneth Benavides is our rank 2 seed, and Rodriguez is our number 6 seed.
All right. This should be an interesting style matchup.
Yes.
The Benavides is composed and calm and very almost sophisticated in his approach. And Rodriguez is physical and long and willing to do whatever. This ought to be interesting. I would not have thought halfway through we'd still have a 0-0 score.
A lot of touches, but nothing's come up yet. You get some of these matchups that are really good. They kind of cancel each other out a little bit.
Yeah.
And they don't want to. Ooh, good.
And as we speak, brings the left leg up. His head gets disconnected. That's probably because of the blunt force trauma.
Kicked out of it.
That just happened, yeah. But now that's going to spur some more action.
Yes.
Because you can't receive that kick and not respond to it. And you don't deliver a kick like that and not say, all right, let me crank this up a little bit.
Right. Yep, staying long.
Like you said earlier, keeping him at the end of his leg.
Yes. And he can do that better than everybody else in the division because of how long he is. Good round one for Rodriguez.
Yep.
Here we go, round two.
Numero dos. 6-1. So, Buenavides, what are you telling him?
Buenavides, I think he needs to stay a little bit more active, and he's just got to watch that close. That's where he got caught.
Because it was an incomplete close
in the pocket.
Yeah. With him, if you're going to go pocket, you need to go chest to chest,
right,
hip to hip,
drive
and make
in.
sure you lock it all the way up. Right. I agree about the being busier. I think that composed style lends itself to a person who's longer and keeps you at the end of their foot, that they can set the pace.
He needs to find that range that Rodriguez has and dance with that range a little bit.
And go back and forth over that line. Right. But when you're over that line, you got to get in there and stay in there. See, that's another incomplete close.
Yeah, work.
That's where the close has to be.
That was the right idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Some of these kids that are a little bit taller and use that front leg all day, when they become the shorter player, sometimes it's difficult. And then
when the table gets turned,
footwork doesn't come out as much, and all those things. Good punch.
And better close.
Yep.
It's a great camera shot.
I like the idea of Rodriguez. As soon as he comes in, straight to the head.
Mm-hmm.
Dunk. Not going dry, not going stale. Keep putting points on the board.
Yeah, keep accumulating.
And he's not giving up anything big. Working his game, and when he gets inside, I'll take 3. Round 3, 10-point difference.
What did you do? What do you do? You maintain this lead or expand it?
We'll see. That's the right idea. Yep. Got to elevate those hips a little bit to get up on that hogu. Good punch. And covered it this time.
Yes, because if you read the scouting report, left leg over the shoulder is his bread and butter.
He's covered it.
I like the idea for the
Yes.
turn.
Good punch again. There you go.
See, so this game is still well within the realm of.
And this is 1 point at a time. If he starts catching those body shots, it closes real quick. Nice punch. He needs to start following off of those punches.
Yeah, because he's getting he's closing the space.
Right.
So he's safe from the.
Edo.
Mm. 30 seconds. Not that casually.
Got to close that space much quicker.
Not that casually.
I like Coach Lee calling for that left leg up. That's just to make sure something's in the way.
Yeah.
And slow him down.
And we obscure.
If we stand and wait, they have opportunities. He's long enough to pick his leg up and keep it there a little bit. Yep, good covers. Nice back kick to secure the point gap. All right, so that'll be an interesting final.
Yes.
With Rodriguez and Fazekas.
And I think they fought at the President's Cup. I'm almost certain that they fought at the President's Cup, but that's where Fazekas was up and ended up losing.
I can see that.
I'm going to find out, because if that is, this would be an interesting.
Little
what
rematch.
did we learn in the last 2 weeks?
1 week later?
1 week later, yeah, not even 2 weeks. I think we have a break scheduled. Let's see. We're going to check on our break. Chase, you're going to stick around. We have one more division after this.
I am going to be here for this next final, and then I need to warm up an athlete.
Okay.
A little bit.
All right, yeah, I'm happy to have had you these few. So we'll go through this under 57 final.
Yes.
Together. So we'll take a break, find out how long our break is, and then we'll be back.
All right.
These are the boys in the booth.
Talk to you guys in a bit.
Peace.
See ya real soon.
Plus 65 kilograms. Now, we've got female divisions too.
Sir, that is Saturday.
I'm reading the wrong one. I apologize, group.
Chopping it up. B, C, D,
I knew this one.
E. Then we have our seniors. So with our seniors, with our adults, okay, we're getting photobombed. All right. All right, what's brown and really, really sticky?
What?
A stick. Consider yourself officially chopped.
Who's ready to change the game?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Fear of retaliation. A culture of non-reporting. Who's ready to end abuse in sport?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Are you ready to change the game?
This is Taekwondo. I know they say that soccer is the beautiful game, but to us, this is the beautiful game. Moving together, giving our all, putting in the work. Measuring ourselves against ourselves. This is the beautiful game. Whether we win or lose, we risk it all. We take chances. We go for broke. Yeah. This is the beautiful game. So join us. Get on this train with us. We can't guarantee how it's going to turn out. Well, we promise you this. It will be quite the ride. All right, and here we are at the final. Men's 57 kilograms Cadet Grand Slam final in blue from Ohio, Luke Fazekas. And in red, from Florida, Michael Rodriguez. Let's chop it up.
All righty. This is Coach Chase, and we're about to watch the men's under 57 kilogram finals for the Cadet Grand Slam. It should be a good final. Both athletes, if I'm not mistaken, point gap their semifinal matches. We'll see how this goes. Number 1 seed Luke Vazquez versus number 2 seed Michael Rodriguez. I'm sorry, number 6 seed Michael Rodriguez. Here we go.
All right, here it is. So we kind of have seen that this would be what we thought would be the final.
Yes. And I got clarification. These two fought at President's Cup.
They did.
Yes.
Yeah, so this was the match. Somebody
Yes.
showed me the footage. And this was the. All right. All right.
It's the rematch.
Listen. You did not want to, back in the day, you did not want to fight
nice.
the dude you just beat. Because you knew he was,
It was
coming with that extra something. But Rodriguez lives with that left leg over.
Yes.
And again, in their President's Cup match, Luke got out to an early lead.
I heard.
But then it went bye. Yeah, I had
You
to.
did not.
Yeah, I had to do that for
That's
the
okay. That's
for
my
the
childhood,
OGs,
so.
for the triple OGs. I needed your time here.
Oh, you got it.
To
And
be
it did
memorable.
not come up. Ooh.
Ooh.
I agree with that. Test that.
So, he has to ask for a test. And those of you that don't know, you're not allowed to challenge a face kick, but you can test to see if the equipment is functioning properly. And that just looked like one of those moments, man, that's hard to quantify because it clearly looked like a point, but you can't just arbitrarily award it to him
Right.
because then you negate the integrity of all the other points that can have been or will be scored with the headgear. So he's letting his hands go.
I mean, he's doing a good job taking the fight on the inside with him. And he's
Which is
beating
where it
him-
has to live.
He's beating him to the right leg before Michael gets his left leg on the inside. Okay.
And Mike fought last, and so he hasn't had as much rest.
That's true.
And these little things come into play when you're dealing with kids this young.
Yes.
There are a lot of external factors beyond just the desire to win. You
Right.
know, everybody's like, well, if you wanted it bad enough, you go. I mean, that all sounds good. We watching Rocky montages, but in the real world, sometimes they're extenuating circumstances. You know, and so
Agreed.
he is. But again, this is falling into a pattern. And I watched Luke have a breakdown. So, you know, if you're Michael, you might be like, oh, I okay, I just need to survive to the third round, and I'll get him again.
At least he scored on it.
Yeah, if you take a fall and you get the points, it's worth it. If you fall and you didn't get anything,
Right.
yeah, that's charity. And charity begins somewhere other than here. But 16-5 looks very different. It's still 11 points, but it looks very different than 11-0.
Yes. And that's 3 kicks scored in the first 15 seconds by Michael. So now he knows he can get points on the board, and often. Good covers.
His coach concurs.
Coach knows.
"30 seconds? Huh. Whew. Their legs are just always up by somebody's face, man. That would drive me crazy. Put your leg down, man. Good cut.
Good punch. Michael's arms in the way. Keep that set.
Yeah, we're fatigued now.
Yes.
That's good, but that's his left leg, and that's to
Right.
the face. And so that's the first thing in the scouting report.
Much better in this round for Michael, scoring 10 points.
Yeah, we went from 0 to 10.
Right.
But again, at what cost?
Right.
You know, we're headed into this third round.
When Michael's been keeping that stiff cut out in front of him is when he's putting points on the board.
Mm-hmm.
When he's getting past
And
it and
even
backed
in
up.
that exchange where he cut, dialed down the tempo to here, brought the tempo back
then
up
shot
high
it back up.
for the axe kick.
Yes. Breaking that pattern.
Yeah, it's setting a pattern and then disrupting it. But again, all of that has an energy cost.
True. Yeah, he's been
But
doing.
you came here to win, so you have 90 seconds. You have all night to rest. Right, you don't have to fight anymore after this.
No,
So you
you know
have to
this
lay
is
it
the one.
all out there. Whee, man, he's close.
Oh my God.
That man almost gave you the honeymoon. Hamana, hamana. And there's
Back
his
in it.
7 points.
And 7 points is manageable, but it feels a lot different, like you said, 11-0 or 22-15.
So now we're running in. We're getting hit with
Right.
non-work.
And that can easily score. Yeah, he's scoring a lot more with that left leg in front.
Left leg to the face. I don't know if there was a.
He didn't call that, did he? "40 seconds.
This is an interesting match because he's going to score another left leg to the face.
I would bet on it.
Now, he told you to stay closed stance.
I like Luke hugging the space the way he is,
Yep.
but it is going to get him in trouble potentially with that right there almost.
Yep, because and he's bringing it up off tempo though, Chase.
Right.
And so, do you see the tempo? Oh, but we're tired now.
Here it is again. Oh, we got to fight.
Yeah, somewhere in this tournament, a fight broke out.
Good punch. There it is.
Good punch. And
20
that was
seconds.
That was a fair punch.
Take that deep breath and finish this out.
Yep. But fatigue prevents covers from
Right.
getting to the right position.
And then here goes that left leg up. Ooh. And he got it.
Oh. Yeah, but that cost you a lot. The takedown cost
It
you a
shouldn't
lot.
be a gum jump. She called Kaleo, correct? That could be carded.
So I'm assuming he's going to say no gum jump for falling because it was after Kayo.
She gave Kaleo X.
For kicking after Kayo. Huh. That's in the pocket.
Okay, well,
So you need one kick. You got 2.5
a couple
seconds.
seconds. It's enough time. Hit under it. Oh. Excellent
Yeah.
work for Michael Rodriguez.
Michael Rodriguez. That was an excellent job of coming back from.
Yes.
This is exactly what happened. Listen, sir. All right, let me get out there for an interview. Chase, man,
All right,
it was
do
great
you
to
think?
have you, man.
Yes, sir.
I know
Happy
you
to
got
be
work
here.
to do, but you'll be around the rest of the weekend.
Yes.
We'll chat some more, man.
Definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure to sit here and look at these matches with this young man who I respect and admire so much for the coach that he is, but more so for the guy that he is. So this is Coach Nelson, Chase Graham. We're signing off, and I'm going to try to catch Mike before an interview.
You go catch him, young man. You do your thing.
All right, I am here with the men's under 57 kilogram Cadet Grand Slam champ, Michael Rodriguez. Can we give it up again? Man, listen, you are a commentator's dream because there's most stuff happening in your matches. There's so much to talk about. This match started out 11-0. You were down. What was going through your head at the end of that first round when you came back already in a hole?
I mean, I wanted to get my defense a little better, but I was down by more in President's Cup, so I knew I could come back.
Yeah, and you talked about that, and I watched the footage from President's Cup where you were in another hole, but you have this thing in you that just won't let you give up and won't let you quit, man, and that's admirable. So take us through the last 30 seconds. Coach, we can hear Coach Lee screaming. Everybody in here is screaming. What's going through your head the last 30 seconds?
The last 30 seconds, I knew the roundhouses were scoring, so I kind of just wanted to repeat it again. I only needed like 2 more points to go up, so just roundhouse and trying to get the little points in the body.
It worked out, man. That was a thrilling, absolutely thrilling match. When you get a chance, go home and watch the live stream, man. You could hear me and Chase Graham was in the back with us. So you could hear us going, I can't believe it, I can't believe it. Listen, how does it feel to fight in this close environment with these lights and this pressure, everybody watching you? What did it feel like fighting here?
It feels good. Obviously, the altitude messed me up a little bit, but it feels good to get the win.
All right. Anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want to say hello to, give thanks to?
I want to thank my family, my coach, and Coach Lee for coaching me.
Yeah, you have a good coach at home. You had a good coach in the chair. So congratulations. You get 160 points. You get to scratch off that you have won one of the major events. You also get an opportunity to be a resident athlete and train here at the academy. But wait, you get something from Coach Nelson. So have a little packet of go-go squeeze, man, because no matter where you are in the game, man, you just keep on going, man. And so this is my gift to you. Don't eat it. Just keep it as a souvenir. Listen, I say this, and you probably think this is a script, but I say this. Guys like this is the future of our sport, and this is who we build this place for, our processes for. And so 8 years from now, when we're trying to dominate in LA at the Olympic Games, it'll be because of people like this. Give it up one more time for Michael Rodriguez. Congratulations. All right, we'll see y'all in a little while, because I don't remember exactly how long.